This is the right.
Hey, taught us the Yaga Rob. Watch how you approach.
This even works.
Shalom. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakathum. Yahweh Shema Alathun Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of One West Delmarva under Commanding General Yohana. This is Officer Aisha Allah.
I'm Officer Mazarak Allah.
We hit the streets of the Eastern Shore of Maryland to see how our people feel about the so-called holiday called Thanksgiving. We also wanted to see how they feel about the so-called Native Americans in an attempt to get them to consider if these two stances contradict each other. Lastly, we get into the scriptures to see what the Lord has to say about a holiday such as Thanksgiving. So with that, let's get into the show.
How do you feel about the holiday called Thanksgiving?
Well, Thanksgiving to me is just when you just sit around with your family and friends.
ISUPK presents the 54th annual Feast of Unleavened Bread. Last year we did it big. This year is going to be way big. More brotherhood, more sisterhood, more UPK. On Sunday, April 2nd, 2023, we're going to be at 421 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Sheraton Raleigh Hotel Ballroom. We calling all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come join us.
Your third eye peephole, line for line, this shit too easy. It's like a free throw. Mastered the game too early. This bitch.
Remember, admission to the Passover is $200 per adult. That's $200 per adult. For more information, call 919-697-8257. Call 919-697-8257.
I'm going to throw this in the chat one time. Comments. It doesn't. All right, let's go ahead and clap it up. All right. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakathum to Salaki. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakathum to the Akim. Yahweh Shema Alathun Hashem Yahweh Shai to the Akim. You understand? We're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under Commanding General Yohana. We are not affiliated with any other Christian organizations, Muslim mosques, any other religious institutions. ISUPK is the home of the truth. And since 1969, the ISUPK has been bringing out the truth of the Bible. And that truth is that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? And when we say devil, we are simply talking about a deceiver, the master deceiver. And that is such a relevant statement. You know what I mean? Especially considering, recent events, right? Recent, tragedies in the community. I'm sure everybody has heard about, the situation in Memphis where, 5, so-called black police officers pretty much beat another black man to death. You understand? And the reason why that is able to happen is because we don't understand that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? And that we are not to emulate and imitate and engage in his behaviors, man. Like we are not to adopt his spirit, right? We are not to take on his whole philosophy and his whole way of thinking about things, loving what he loves, which is greed and money and materialism, and pride and vanity. Like we aren't supposed to embody those things, right? We aren't supposed to hate what the oppressor hates. The oppressor hates you, black man. Newsflash. You understand? The oppressor hates you, Hispanic man. The oppressor hates you, Native man. And it is high time we wake up to that reality and stop, becoming the oppressor. You understand? And becoming the oppressor's henchman, right? The Bible talks about all of this, and we certainly going to get into it, man. But tonight's topic is, is our watchmen are blind, man. Where are the people who are standing up to tell us to, guard ourselves against such, actions? Like, where are all the pastors and politicians to teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to not adopt the same spirit and mentality of the people who oppress them? Where they at? Stand up. You understand? I just caught it, a little bit of a news clip. Well, not a news clip, a little bit of a feed. They just had that brother Tyree Nichols' funeral. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wrapping up right now, right? And there was no, and I'm just catching the tail end of it. You understand? And I'm watching Dr. Reverend Pastor after Dr. Reverend Pastor after Dr. Reverend Pastor come up to the damn podium and talk to the people about what happened, right? Talk to the people about, don't worry, we'll see him again, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. My condolences. I'm so sorry. I'm so sad that this happened. Where are the people who are standing up to explain what really happened and how to avoid it going forward? We'll get into it. You understand? Let me we'll get straight into the scriptures in the chat. If you viewing online, in the chat is the link for your attendance. You understand? Click that link and sign in. Get credit for doing your 90 days, man. Get up in this truth. Do something about it. This is what you do about that tragedy. You understand? If you feel like those events that just transpired, the events didn't transpire, but what came out, you understand, this past weekend about the events that have transpired, if that enrages you, if that breaks your heart, if that makes you sick, if you're disgusted with, the cycle, right? If you're disgusted with, God damn, like isn't all of this so reminiscent, Officer Maserat? Don't all of this got these hints of familiarity, almost like what they call it, a deja vu? Don't it feel like we've been here before? You understand? If this sickens you, man, get up in this school, man. You understand? Get in these classes. Come out of that wicked, you understand, society. Like don't give this society your spirit. You understand? And take theirs. Put on the spirit of the Most High. You only going to learn how to do that in the ISUPK under command of General Yohana. You understand? We got to put back on the spirit of the Most High. We got to understand that there's a war going on, and we got a war to fight. And it's not a carnal war with nukes and AR-15s, you understand, and grenades, you understand, or batons, right? Or fists. It's not that kind of war. The Bible says that the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, man. We're going to get into all of that. We're going to get into what to do about it. But our watchmen are blind. Our watchmen don't even understand that there is a war going on. We're going to break it all down. It's all biblical. It ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new for black leaders to not have a damn clue about the issues that actually plague our community. They don't have a clue about the damn issues. So how can they have a solution? So big head Al Sharpton standing up, you know what I'm saying? Like moderating the whole, I don't know if that's the right term, you know, or title, but he's in there like introducing the next people, like he's the MC. You understand? What they call him? The master of ceremonies, right? He's you know, bringing up next, like I said, Dr. Reverend whoever, bringing them up one after another. What has Al Sharpton done? Maserati.
Seems like he only pops up during tragedy, then he goes away.
Come on, man. He is the poster child for whining and crying and complaining, but at the same time, just wanting to love his oppressor, man. You understand? What they call it? Insanity. Keep doing the same damn thing, but expecting a different result. We're going to get into it, man. Let me get Slovakia. We're going to go right to it. Let me get Isaiah chapter 56, verse 10. Isaiah chapter 56, verse 10. That's why, and that's what I'm saying. Like this book, this Bible, all the pastors sit up there and they you know, they point at things in it, right? Like they have access to it, don't they? Ain't Bibles damn near free? Huh? Ain't there apps, free apps on the phone of the Bible? Huh? Don't they got their little, careful with my words. Hey, Shalak, speaking of that, Shalak, can you come in for a second? 1 second. Can you hand me that phone? Can you untwist it? Yeah, untwist it. Like, yeah, unscrew it, and you're going to have to unplug it. I never started the other TikTok stream. Shalak, But yeah, they sitting up in the church. They singing all the gospel songs about all that, you know. They got it all going on, right? They have access to this tool, but in this tool, it's real. It's information in there, right? This Bible is very resourceful for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. There is wisdom in here, man. There is wisdom and instruction. And it would behoove us to take heed to that wisdom and instruction. You understand? And the only place you're going to get the real wisdom and instruction is in the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, man. The Christian church has been playing games with this book for centuries. You understand? Like at least a century. You understand? Give it 100 years at least. They've been doing nothing but making gospel hits. And we steady dying. We steady out here getting slayed in the street by our oppressor, man. And we're going to get this stream started up. You got that scripture from me, Salakia? Actually, do me a favor. Drop down to verse 9 from me, Baba Kasha. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 56, verse 9.
Go ahead.
All ye beasts of the field.
Read that one more time.
All ye beasts of the field.
All ye beasts of the field. This talking about all the beasts of the field, man. What are the beasts of the field, man? Huh? Who, let me say it like this. Who are the beasts of the field? You understand? Who are the beasts of the field? Might as well have said that right here. Who are the beasts of the field? All ye beasts of the field. You don't know? Maserati?
Would it be other nations?
All ye beasts of the field. The other nations, man. These beasts are people, right? There are beasts in the field. right? The Bible describes the oppressor as the most subtle beast of the field, right? They're all beasts in the field. And what's going on with these beasts in the field? Go ahead.
Come to devour.
They do what?
Come to devour.
They come to hold hands.
Come to devour.
They come to sing songs.
Come to devour.
They come to just hug everybody and love everybody.
Come to devour.
Well, Martin Luther King said he dreamt that we would all just get along, right? But they don't come to get along. They come to devour. These beasts come to devour. There's a wake-up call. You know what I'm saying? That's like, you teach your kids, right? And again, I always got to add the parental aspect to this, right? Because the Most High God gave his children, Israel, instructions, wisdom, counsel, recommendations. You know what I mean? Like, be careful, right? You don't teach your child to go out there and trust every stranger, do you? What, you teach your child that everybody out there in the world has all of their best interests at heart? Is that what you teach your children? To take candy from strangers, right? Salakia, I don't want to get into that. We send mixed messages. 364 days a year, we teach our children not to take candy from strangers. But in October, we'll send them to all the strangers in the neighborhood to get candy from them. Salakia. But just generally, you don't teach your children to go trust everybody. You teach your children that the world is a dangerous place, right? That they need to be careful, right? That there are people out there that might hurt them. There are people out there that might aim to take advantage of them. Isn't this just like good sense, right? What do they call it? Common sense. And we, the children of Israel, need to be reminded, because guess what trap we've fallen into? Thanks to oppression, thanks to slavery, thanks to, absolute terrorism, right? And then a gift. We've fallen into the mentality that, you know what, everybody is, slavery's over, right? They abolished slavery. We got Juneteenth now to prove it, right? We got Black History Month. So surely everything is just fine now, right? There are no beasts that are out there to devour us. No one's out to get us. No one's out to harm us because of who we are compared to who they are. Everything's just an even playing field. Everything is just, copacetic. The Bible is telling us in the book of Isaiah that all ye beasts of the field come to devour. That's saying don't trust no one. You understand? Don't trust any of these other nations. Don't trust any of these beasts, right? We can't trust any of these beasts. What the Bible says, never trust thine enemies. Don't it say that in the Apocrypha? Do I got to pull it? Huh? Never trust thine enemies, man. Never seek to have peace with them. You sitting here, ask the Native Americans about seeking peace with their enemy, the colonizer. How'd that work out for them? I'll tell you what, go find a Native American, good luck with that, and ask them how all of the, hundreds of treaties that they made with the, the so-called colonizer, ask them how that worked out. Huh? Or maybe the result of that lets you know that there are beasts out here that come to devour. Maybe the Native Americans were devoured. Huh? Maybe the Native Americans were devoured, right? Maybe our ancestors were devoured in the transatlantic slave trade. Maybe that's picture perfect. Nation devouring nation, beast devouring prey, huh? The Lord's lost sheep, the Most High's lost sheep, the ones that Christ came to redeem. A little interesting, right? Keep reading.
All the beasts and the forest.
Yeah, all these lands, all across this globe, man. It don't matter if you in North America. It don't matter if you in South America. It don't matter if you in Europe, in the UK. It don't matter if you in China, Australia. You understand? If you're a Black, Hispanic, or Native American, there are beasts out there to devour you, man. And you understand? And here's the other thing too. In the book of Deuteronomy, it talks about a beautiful scripture. Deuteronomy 28:15, that if the children of Israel wouldn't hearken unto the voice of the Lord their God, that they would have curses, you understand, that they would suffer. If they didn't obey their father, there would be curses. And then it goes into verse 16 and talks about how, you know, in the city and the field, these curses will pursue you. You understand? And overtake you. It don't matter where you go on the globe. You're going to suffer these curses, man. You're going to suffer the rage of these beasts. The Most High is going to let the beast devour us. He's going to let the beast take our children. He's going to let the beast, you know, keep us in captivity. You know, force us into captivity and force us to serve them. He's going to let the beast take us into captivity on ships. You understand? Beast behavior. So instead of understanding that there is a beast that's out to devour us, what does our leadership teach us to do with these beasts? Huh? What do they teach us to do with these beasts? Join them, hold hands, huh? Get along, emulate them, dress like them, talk like them, act like them, love like them. Taught these 5 police officers to hate like them and to kill like them. Well, the Bible talks about this. There's a people who are responsible for teaching this. And I hate to tell you, but these people have failed, man. All these politics, Al Sharpton failed. He's at all the funerals. Every time a brother gets gunned down or beat to death by a cop, you understand? Al Sharpton's there to say, oh, this is just a tragic thing that happened. And what solutions does he bring? Let us pray. Let us hold hands. Let us vote. Let us get somebody else in all. Look, so surely, you know, they think Barack Obama's a black man, right? Just like everybody else. So surely when Barack Obama was president, there were no, you know, unlawful police killings of blacks or Hispanics or Native Americans, right? Was there any? Huh? What in who the brother? Mike Brown? What in Mike Brown on Barack Obama's watch? Wasn't Trayvon Martin on Barack Obama's watch? So maybe the voting stuff don't matter. Maybe it's not the voting that makes a difference. Huh? Maybe the marches and the vigils, maybe the riots and the looting, maybe none of that is what gets it done. Huh? Maybe those Sunday services. Every Sunday, ain't nobody skipped the Sunday. Huh? They skipped the Sunday in church. They skipped the offering collection. Huh? Come on, man. Maybe what we doing ain't right. Maybe what our watchmen are encouraging us to do in retaliation or in response to these, what everybody agrees is a tragedy, maybe our response isn't correct. Maybe our watchmen don't know what the hell they're talking about. Huh? Go ahead, keep reading. Verse 10.
Verse 10.
Go ahead.
His watchmen.
His what?
Blind.
His what?
His watchmen.
His what?
His watchmen.
His watchmen. The Bible says that his watchmen are blind. You understand? His watchman. What is a watchman? like, what do you think a watchman's sole purpose and objective is? Maserati?
To look out.
To look out. To watch. You understand? A watchman is a form of defense. You understand? It's like the first line of defense. It's like, where is the danger? Huh? So like you ask the Titanic how important watchmen are. Huh? How important are watchmen in a war? How important are watchmen for protection, man? Someone to look out and say, hey, there's danger, right? Like, all right, let's say there's no danger. Let's kind of create a hypothetical. You have a watchman, Maserati, right? And there's no danger on the horizon. So what should the watchman now do? Everything's copacetic. Everything's good to go. This is hypothetical. There's nothing going on. What should the watchman now do? Anybody online can type in your answer too. Huh? Nobody? Maserati, yeah, shoot, man. He should keep watching. Give that brother a hand. He understands strategy. He understands defense. He understands having an objective and a role and a responsibility. Why should the watchman continue to watch even though there's no danger on the horizon? Why should he keep watching? Maserati, justify your answer, brother.
Because anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Those conditions can quickly change. Those conditions can change. So when should the watchman sleep? When should you understand? Like, when should the watchman not watch? Oh, wait. The watchman should always watch. You understand? Maybe until he's relieved by what? Maserati?
Someone else?
Another what?
Watchman.
Another watchman. Someone else who's going to watch. This is important. You understand? This is important in the nation, man. Especially in the nation of Israel for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This is extremely important, and this is what we're missing. You understand? This is what we're missing. You know what I mean? I can't even say, like, we're not missing it in totality, but at large, we're missing it. All we've got is the ISUPK and the priests and prophets under command of General Yohana that are actually actively watching for danger, actively watching for the pitfalls, for the snares, for the traps. You understand? For all of the weapons that are being used against us that aren't maybe, aren't even necessarily AR-15s, right? This is what we are trained to do. We're trained to watch out for dangerous things. And actually, Maserati, I'm gonna get you to hold that. I'm gonna get you to jump to that Proverbs 3:31. This is one thing that we've been extremely well trained in the ISUPK, is this scripture right here. We've been trained to definitely, not fall prey and be subject to, failing to heed this advice. Anybody say about Proverbs, right? They got Chinese proverbs and things like that. A proverb is something that's meant to be like good information. It's supposed to be like wisdom packed in it, right? Now, here's the Bible that your pastor has, right? Your pastor has all in the church pews, right? You got it. They got it in all the hotels and motels that you're doing all kinds of abominations in, right? Your grandma has it on her coffee table. Go ahead, Maserati.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31.
Right?
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Do what?
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy thou not the oppressor. That's a warning. Every time we bring that scripture out, it's a warning to the Most High's people, man. Envy thou not the oppressor. What does it mean to envy? If you envy something, what does that mean? So Maserati.
You want to be like them?
Yeah, it means you like want to be like them. You understand? You want to be them. You want what they have. You understand? It's such a dangerous thing, which is why it's in Proverbs to not do. It's in Proverbs to not do this. Envy thou not the oppressor. Don't want what your oppressor wants, man. Don't want the things that your oppressor has. Don't want to act like your oppressor acts. Don't want to celebrate what your oppressor celebrates. You understand? Don't aim, don't bend over backwards to celebrate, to keep the traditions that your oppressor keeps, to value the things that your oppressor values. Here we are, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in America, 2023. 4th of July. Come the 4th of July, 2023. What are a sad majority of us going to do? Oh, we're going to envy the oppressor. We are going to want to do the things that they do on the 4th of July. What does that embody? You know, what does that encompass? What, the barbecue? Got to have the cookout. Are you kidding? Got to put the pork on there, the ribs, you understand? Or the whole damn hog, some, you know, depending on how far south you go, right? Got to go to the fireworks. Got to play that dumb music, that Star Spangled Banner, and, you know, My Country, 'Tis of Thee. All of these things, man. You understand? Like, this is the envying of your oppressor, man. Which is why in the ISUPK, we teach to not do those things. We teach not to celebrate the 4th of July. The celebration of the 4th of July is a joke, you understand, for any Black, Hispanic, and Native American. That is insanity. And it goes against the scriptures. You understand? It goes against the scriptures of the Most High. It goes against our Father's wisdom, which is why we teach not to do it. You know why we teach not to do it? Because we're watchmen. We're watchmen. We know that, imagine how amazing your oppressor must feel to watch you in those damn red, white, and blue shorts and t-shirt on the 4th of July, man. Black man, Hispanic man, Native man. Imagine how that must empower and embolden your oppressor, man. To see you standing up at the Star Spangled Banner, you understand? Goddamn tears running out your damn face. Imagine how emboldened your oppressor must feel, man. You understand? That is a dangerous thing to do to a beast that aims to devour you. It's so weak and pathetic. It makes you, if you understand anything about wildlife, right? If you understand anything about like, you know, cheetahs and lions and jaguar, and any of these types of animals that just prey on other animals, they don't go and attack the biggest, strongest of the animals, right? You would think that because the biggest and strongest has the most meat, Maserati, right? Wouldn't that be a better bounty to get the damn, 1,000-pound elephant? You know what I'm saying? They don't go after the biggest, strongest of the herd, man. They look for the littlest, weakest, most pathetic one, because they'll have to expend less energy to conquer them. You understand? To capture them and to eat them and to consume them, and without even breaking a damn sweat. So here we are, 4th of July. Easy prey. You understand? Here we are. We got brothers in our oppressors' military and on our oppressors, a police force. Like, how much better prey do you got, man? Our oppressor really just, it was one brother that was killed, right? Salakia, be careful. It was one brother that was unalived, right? It's one brother that was unalived. And then there were 5 other brothers that are going to basically get unalived. Do you get what I'm saying? Like their lives are destroyed, man. So the oppressor got a 6 for nothing, hit. You know what I'm saying? A 6 for nothing. Why? Because five of these brothers wanted to worship the oppressor and wanted to prove to the oppressor how deep their loyalty and allegiance was to them. Like, this is the sad part, man. This is the sad part. And no one is advising brothers to not get on the police force. The pastors aren't telling brothers, look, man, that's a dangerous game you're playing by joining that police force, man. You understand? By joining that police force, you'll mess around and end up acting just like that police force. You'll you'll go to join that police force. You might think and lie to yourself and think that you're going to go in there and change the police force to do good and do right. When no, that police force is going to change you if it wasn't already your mission to just be just like them. It's a dangerous thing to envy your oppressor. Keep reading that, and then we're gonna get back to Isaiah.
And choose none.
What's that first part? And what?
And choose.
And what?
And choose.
Choose. It's a damn choice. We have a choice in whether or not to become our oppressor. We have a choice, man. It's an option. It's not mandatory. You understand? It's not Tell me it's mandatory to celebrate Christmas. Tell me it's mandatory to celebrate Thanksgiving. Tell me it's mandatory to celebrate the 4th of July. What happens if you don't go celebrate the 4th of July? Huh? What happens if you don't stand up for the national anthem? You have a choice. It's a choice. Now, sometimes it can be a hard choice. It can be a hard choice because of the social pressure, societal norms, because everybody else is standing up. Huh? Everybody else has a Christmas tree and going to buy presents. Everybody else is going to the barbecue and the fireworks. Everybody else is doing it. Well, hell, maybe we might actually start teaching our children to not do things that everybody else does. Huh? Maybe it would behoove us to learn the same lesson we teach our children, that just because everybody else is doing it doesn't mean that we should do it. Huh? Don't we try to tell our children to make decisions with that type of consideration? Is this a good thing for me to do or not? And as the favorite children of the Most High, should we do things that anger the Most High? Should we do things that go against the wisdom and counsel of the Most High? For instance, should we envy our oppressor? Keep reading.
And choose none.
How many?
None.
You said 5?
None.
12.
None.
How many holidays are there? 365. There's a holiday every day. Huh? None of his ways, man. We are not to choose any of our oppressors' ways. Not one. You understand? So when they out here, celebrating, all these garbage holidays that are idol worship and the worship of, Greek and Roman gods and, stupid mythology, we shouldn't be doing these things, man. These aren't things for us to do as the children of the Most High. He warned us against it. We should not be putting on a suit and then putting on the badge of our oppressor, whether it's a police badge, whether it's the damn the armed forces with that American flag on it, saying that this is where our loyalty lies. Maybe we shouldn't choose these ways. But who's telling us not to? Who's teaching the Lord's people? You understand that dream, that American dream? Who's teaching our brothers and sisters that disorder? It's a disorder. It's a mental health condition called Stockholm syndrome. You understand? It's a mental health condition that comes about as the result of someone who is, being held captive by someone else. The person being held captive starts to develop an affinity for the person that has captured them and that is oppressing them and that is terrorizing them. Don't you see that this scripture is against Stockholm syndrome? But instead of us, our Watchmen teaching against, fallen subject and just, giving completely into Stockholm syndrome, our so-called Watchmen are telling us, to go full throttle in the Stockholm syndrome. Huh? They said, I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you how to rock this full-blown Stockholm syndrome. We're gonna put a tree in the sanctuary come Christmas time, right? We're gonna have the hearts and everything. We have Valentine's Day service. We have New Year's Eve service, right? We're gonna celebrate the Easter. Oh, we're gonna teach you how to dress like our oppressor too. That suit that your boss wears. Come on, you tell me that's a damn coincidence, huh? Go ahead, dress like your boss when you come to church, huh? Shave that beard, Shape, get that fit, get that hair cut nice and low, get that shape, get that shape up, right? Get that thing low. Go ahead, Salaki.
You forget about that thick crease in the front. That thick crease
Come on, man.
coming down the front of that thing.
Man, you better put that starch on them pants when you iron them. Get that crease down the front. You understand? And then you get up into some of these uppity churches, man. You got to wear the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton, whatever other, you understand, Rainbow Coalition type, a fashion designer. You know what I'm saying? Got to go throw on all of their apparel, or you're a nobody. I remember seeing that one pastor, he laid his congregation out because they ain't get him some watch that I'm sure was designed by some, French fashion designer with a bunch of sugar in his tank. You understand? Our watchmen are supposed to warn us against this, man. Warn us against joining the police force and becoming just like the police that abuse our people. Where's the warning? Huh? Where's this is where we fall short in the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community. There are no warnings against anything that we shouldn't do. There are no warnings, man. The government legalizes marijuana. So now you got a stupid pastor named Jamal Bryant who now he wants to damn grow the stuff. Huh? Jamal Bryant wants to grow weed and sell it because now it's legal. When we ain't supposed to get high as the Lord's chosen people, man. We ain't supposed to be junkies, man. You understand? We ain't supposed to be high all the damn time, rolling up, just looking for another fix. You understand? Like that's not the way a man of the Lord's supposed to conduct himself, man. We're supposed to have strength and honor and discipline, man, and power and might. You understand? And these are things that you learn in the ISUPK under Command of General Yohana. You don't learn that in the First Baptist, Methodist, whatever, man. You don't learn that in there. They're going to teach you that, God loves you no matter what you do. He knows your heart. As long as you just, smile and please your oppressor, then, you're surely going to heaven. And that's that. You're damn right. We're going to the grave. That's for damn sure. We're going smooth to the grave with that game plan. You understand? We got to wake up, children of Israel, 12 tribes, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We got to wake the hell up. There's a war going on. These beasts and these other beasts, they come to devour us, man. They come to devour us with all kinds of tactics, man. What does it say in Psalms? They are confederate against thee. They are all joined together against us, man. They all working hand in hand. Ishmael, you understand? Ammon, all of them. Moab, they all work together, man. As long as we on the bottom, they fine with it, man. As long as we're the ones being devoured, they're fine, man. Go to your nearest corner store. Tell me where all of the funds from your community are being pumped into which nation. It sure as hell ain't yours. Huh? The only time we buy black is when the hashtag is trending. Huh? We don't understand it. That's what we should be doing all the damn time. Right? But again, we think that you think that Ishmael is in your community at that gas station selling all the wine and liquor and all the blunts and all the, all the pipes and all the Brillo pads. You think that they in there to help our people? Huh? They are devouring our people. You understand? That Moabite, spot with the shrimp fried rice and all of that garbage, with the cat fried, lo mein. You understand? Like, you think they there to benefit you, like because our community's starving and they just there to feed us? Hell no, that's insanity to believe, man. They are beasts aiming to devour us, man, to profane the Lord's chosen people, man. You understand? But where are the Watchmen? Huh? Where the hell is Al Sharpton? Huh? I wonder how much each of those pastors, excuse me, each of those Dr. Reverend pastors, every last one had to make it very clear that they were so distinguished and that they are so, scholarly and so astute in all things, religious and wise and spiritual. And they all had such profound things to say. They said they each only got 45 seconds to speak. So it had to be quick. Every last one of them spent at least 15 seconds plugging their freaking church, right? Go watch it. Go watch it. Al Sharpton calling them up. One of the, come on, y'all come on now. We in this part. Yeah, Dr. Reverend such and such. Come on up. Come on up. Oh yeah, I'm Dr. Reverend such and such from the First Baptist Church of the, you can smoke weed here. I'm Dr. Reverend such and such from, you can divorce your husband here. I'm Dr. such and such, Reverend, you know who, from the First Church of child abuse of the intimate nature. You understand? Church on 120, whatever. You understand? I wonder how much he got paid for that roster of Dr. Reverends to be able to come up there and during this young man's, funeral service, come and plug their product. That's the cause of this young man's death. I wonder how much he got paid. Salakia, let me get back to that Isaiah 56, if you could, Baba Kashar. Verse 10.
Isaiah chapter 56, verse 10.
Go ahead.
His watchmen.
His what?
His watchmen.
The Most High's watchmen, the people who are in charge right now, the people who are supposed to be leading the Most High's flock, the lost sheep. These watchmen that are in place now, the people who we've raised up, the people who we've voted for, the people who we've made rich, the people who we think are somebodies. And God, go ahead, Salakia.
Are blind.
Or what?
Are blind.
Or what?
Are blind.
I call that a problem. That's a damn problem. That's a problem. Does no one not realize that that's a problem? That's a fundamental problem. You have someone whose responsibility is to watch and look out for danger. One flaw. Dum-dum can't see. Dum-dum can't see. Huh? Anybody online think that that's idiotic? I tell you what. Next time you call an Uber or a Lyft, I hope that the driver is freaking Stevie Wonder blind. And let's see if you get in the car. Let's see if you hop in the back seat and tell them your destination. Huh? Yeah, some things are absolutely necessary for a position, ain't it? You get what I'm saying? Like a teacher should have some sense of being able to instruct. It's your title, right? Like a damn what do they call them to help you work out and get fit? A physical trainer. Your physical trainer should probably be fit. Just a damn hunch. You understand? Or here we go. Your weight loss manager, right? A weight loss like should your weight loss trainer be morbidly obese? Does that make sense? Huh? Here we go. A swim instructor, right? Or a lifeguard. One catch, can't swim. What the hell good are you? What good are you? It's the one thing you're supposed to do. It's the one thing that people are counting on you to do. It's the one thing that the Most High's children are counting on all these people. And damn, we funded them enough. Like, are they waiting until they've received enough to actually do the job? Is it that type of shady contractor deal where it's like, you know what I mean? I'll do the job, but you got to give me half of the payment first. You know what I mean? You can make payments until you reach half the payment. Then I'll start the job. Then when I finish, I want the other half. Like, are they waiting for a certain amount of money before they actually do the job that's necessary? These scriptures get into that. Go ahead, keep reading.
They are all ignorant.
Al Sharpton's what?
Ignorant.
Jamal Bryant is what?
Ignorant.
TD Jakes is what?
Ignorant.
Creflo Dollar's what?
Ignorant.
Listen, they're all ignorant. Ignorant. They don't even, like, they don't know. You get what I'm saying? Ignorant is like they're oblivious. They're oblivious to what their duties are. They're oblivious to what it takes to actually be a watchman, right? Keep reading.
They are all dumb dogs.
They are who?
Dumb dogs.
They are dumb dogs. Now, in this sense, dumb means like, you can't speak. You understand? Like it means like, it's like old English. You understand? Like a mute. You ever heard of someone who's mute? They don't talk. Now imagine a dog that is dumb. Keep reading.
They cannot bark.
They can't do what?
Bark.
They can't do what?
Bark.
They cannot bark. Well, what the hell is the point in a dog that can't bark? And we're not talking about a dog that's just a lap dog pet. We're not talking about your emotional support animal. You understand? We're not talking about that little tiny thing that, you could fit in a wallet, right? We're talking about a security dog, a dog that has a job, right? To sound the alarm when there's something amiss, when something ain't right, right? When danger is looming, when there's a threat on the horizon. Now imagine you got a dog that can't even bark. Huh? That's a bad place to be in, especially if you're counting on that dog. Now you telling me Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans ain't counting on the Christian church? Are we not counting on our damn vote count, our vote to, for these politicians that we put in? Al Sharpton, what is it going to take for Al Sharpton to be damn president of the United States? To be king of the world, to actually produce something of value besides just, little sound bites from, appearances when things go wrong? So like, I ain't gonna get on his haircut. God damn. There's no shortage of money coming his way to do a job. There's no shortage of people having hope in Al Sharpton to deliver on all the promises. I'm sure he made promises about getting elected into this and, getting, this promotion and that promotion. How much higher can he go? Huh? How much more, respect and being propped up does he require to actually make a difference? And maybe he can't. Maybe he's just a dumb dog that is ignorant, a watchman who is blind that doesn't have a damn clue. You understand? Maybe he's just a freaking MC. Maybe that's all we should give him. Like respect for it. Like he can MC. That's it. He's a hell of an MC. Keep reading.
Sleeping.
They do what?
Sleeping.
Sleep on the job. Now, you know how pissed you will be. You know what I'm saying? If you were a boss and you walk in and you see the person who's supposed to be working, running a forklift or doing this or doing that, you know what I'm saying? And they're sleeping. Go ahead.
Lying down.
Lying down. They just won't keep reading.
Loving to slumber.
They're just lazy. They're just damn lazy. You want to? This real watchmen have work to do. You understand? That garbage that they do ain't work. You understand? Like I'll tell you what in the hell have you seen Al Sharpton do since George Floyd? Huh? How many years ago was that? 3? 2, 3? 2? At least 2. At least 2 years. 2 years? 1.5, 2? What has he done in 2 years? You want to know what he's been doing? Sleeping, loving it, lazy. Keep reading that.
Verse 11. Yea, they are greedy dogs.
They are what?
Greedy dogs.
What kind of dogs are they?
Greedy dogs.
They are greedy dogs. Don't you understand? Greedy. You think Al Sharpton did that for free today? You think he presided over that funeral for on the house? You know what I mean? Greedy. You can't give them enough. That's why they'll never do the job. You understand? They'll never do the job. Keep reading.
Which can never have enough.
Which can never have enough. Remember earlier I said, like, at what point will they be satisfied in the amount of money that they've acquired and the amount of support and the amount of respect from all of the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to actually do the job? You want to know how much? It's never enough. You understand? Let's say they'll do the job once they've received half the payment, right? You know how much half that payment is? It's never enough. Half of never enough is never enough. We're never going to get anything from the Christian church, man. We're never going to get anything from the politicians. But you know what? The one thing we need, right? You know the one thing we can get? We can get the Most High on our side. We can get the Most High on our side if we turn back to his law, statutes, and commandments, man. That's the only way. You understand? That's the only solution to all of this. You understand? I could keep going on all the way into chapter 57, but we're gonna drop that for time's sake. And I need you to go to John chapter 8, verse 44. When we don't take heed to Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31, that tells us to envy not the oppressor, when we don't actually, listen to the Most High and obey, it's one thing to hear it, it's another thing to obey. You understand? You tell your kids, hey, don't jump on the bed. They say, okay. And then 60 seconds later, you hear it, thump, 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 thump. They heard you, but they didn't hearken. We got to learn how to hearken. And in the ISUPK under command of General Yohana, that is the only place on earth that you will be taught how to hearken, man. You got that, warrior? This is what happens if you envy your oppressor and choose all of his ways. You choose his holidays, you choose his traditions, you choose his customs, you choose his gods, you choose his women, you choose his men. You understand? You choose his badge, you choose his flag, you choose his lusts, you choose his drugs, you choose his hatred. Read.
John chapter 8, verse 44.
Go ahead.
Ye are of your father.
Who?
Your father.
Ye. Read that again from the top. Ye are of your father. You. This is talking to you. You. Now, again, they say the shoe fits where, right? Keep reading. Ye are of what?
Your father.
Your what?
Your father.
Go ahead.
The devil.
The who?
The devil.
The who?
The devil.
We opened up. We explained who the devil was on this earth. You understand? We explained who the master deceiver was. The one who launches, all of these little, like they've certainly mastered overt warfare, right? They've certainly mastered bombing and, shooting and blowing up stuff and just, really just, bringing down the whole house, right? Turning, nations into parking lots. They've mastered the overt, explicit, direct warfare, right? But they've also mastered covert warfare. Those things that you don't even know is warfare against you, black man, Hispanic man, Native man. Huh? My father in the 80s had no freaking idea. He thought it was a come up when they dropped crack into the community. You understand? My father thought it was the best thing on earth that happened to him. Huh? Bless his Christian soul. He thinking, won't he do it? And it absolutely destroyed him and my family. You understand? It's the subtle things. It's the TV programming where you've got, directors and, at Disney with these targeted, programs towards children to pretty much convert them to a rainbow lifestyle, to normalize it and to bring confusion to them. You understand? Like these are very covert strategies, man. Keep reading.
And the lust of your father.
The lust of your father. So you want to be just like it. And who's your father? Who you act just like? The one you act just like, the one who you follow after. You know, they say, man, he shunned him. You understand? Like he shunned him. Man, that's my son, man. Little cat, just look up to you and do whatever you want to do, right? We look up to our oppressor and do whatever he wants us to do. You know, for no good reason, go cut a damn tree down, put it in your house, put a bunch of lights on it, take a bunch of Christmas presents, spend a bunch of money that you don't have, put it under the, wrap up all the gifts, put it under the tree. Do this every year. Listen, that's your father. That's who you follow after. That's who you love. That's who your loyalty is with. You understand? That's who your allegiance is with. They start playing that stupid song, and you the first one up, and you the one that's up. Not only you up, took your hat off. You looking around, giving nasty looks at anybody who doesn't get up. Like it's something wrong with them. The looks I get every damn basketball game. I go see my son play. They looking at me like, damn, your legs broke. You understand? That's just not my father. You get it? That is not my father. It says, ye are of the devil. You understand? Your father, the devil. Them brothers on that police force, they showed who their father was. Keep reading.
And the lust of your father.
The lust of their father. Go ahead.
Ye will do.
You're gonna do it, man. Whatever it is your father wants you to do, you're gonna be obedient, man. Them brothers were absolutely obedient to their father. You understand? Look, they thought they were. Like, listen, they are confused right now. Them 5 brothers are confused. And Salaki, I think the number's up to about 10 different police officers that came on the scene, and no one did anything because damn, this is what we do. Like, what's wrong? Like, like they're all confused right now. Like, what did we do wrong? Isn't this what our father does every day? 365. They do this to people. They do this to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They're shocked. We do like we're just doing what our father does, right? This is what our father does, and when our father does it, no one says anything, right? There's not a whole bunch of publicity about it, Keep reading.
He was a murderer. He.
This is talking about who? Anybody know who the he is here? It says, ye are of your father, the devil. The lust of your father you will do. He, who's this he referring to? Huh? The follower or the father? Maserat? The father. Tell us about this father. He
was a murderer.
Was a what?
Murderer.
Was a what?
Murderer.
Your father was a murderer? Huh? The chief of police? Huh? The president? You understand? Of America? Huh? He was a murderer. Their father was a murderer. Who does all the damn like if you want to go pound for pound murdering, pound for pound, Salaki, I'm on the top. You know what I mean? Who does the most unaliving on earth? Historically, to present day. Huh? We got to get into all the conquests and the empires and the Romans and the Greeks and all of it. Like we got to get into all of that. Huh? Who has conquered the globe? Militarily. By the sword. Who? Maserat? You got that right. You got that. It ain't even a competition. Huh? And we want to be just like our father. We end up just like our father. When we adopt his ways, when we envy our oppressor and choose his ways, well, we're going to choose murder too, Maserat. We're going to choose murder. Salakia, we're going to choose unaliving people involuntarily. You understand? Hey, keep reading. He was a, go ahead.
From the beginning.
From when?
The beginning.
Come on, man. That's the spirit of Cain, man. Huh? When Cain killed Abel, that same spirit, that same devilish spirit. Oh, that's it. And you can, if we're not careful, we'll get it all up in us, man. We'll get it. We'll become it, and we'll champion it, and we'll run around like we somebody with it. Huh? How many times you see these celebrities and these big wigs, you know what I'm saying, get all big and high and mighty, acting like the oppressor? And so proud about it. Huh? Flaunt it. There was no shame while these brothers were, you know what I'm saying, doing the will of the lust of their father. There was no shame about it. You've seen the video clips, I'm sure. Huh? The conversation afterwards, you look at the action during, and then you hear the conversation afterward. There was no remorse. There was no concern. Hell, as far they thought they were about to get goddamn commendations for it. You understand? Here's the problem. The oppressor does not view you as his son. You understand? He does not view you as his son, no matter how much you want him to be your daddy. You understand? He does not view you as his son that he will protect and stand up for and fight for and protect. No, you got it twisted, didn't you? These brothers made a fatal mistake. You understand? They took the life of a brother, and now their lives are destroyed. It is going downhill fast. You understand? And that's because our watchmen failed them. You understand? If there was someone to say, look, don't get onto that. Don't go on that police force, man. You understand? Don't go into that military. Don't don't learn to treat your brothers the way that they treat your brothers. You understand? Like, we could come up out of this world, man. And the only place we're gonna learn how to come up out of this world and, you know, really stand up for our nation is in the ISUPK on the Command General, Your Honor. You understand? And with that, I'm gonna pass the class off to Precinct Officer Mazurak, Your Honor.
Right. This is the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10. My Ashura means a tenth in Hebrew. 10% of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or a teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the Feast of Purim, which will be February 22nd and February 23rd. And we also have the Lord's 54th annual Passover.
That's right.
Which will be held in Raleigh, North Carolina on October the 1st.
April 1st.
April the 1st. You understand? But with that, we're going to give a courteous salute to the teacher. Min Israel Madiam. This means to stand. Madiam Shabbat. Madiam. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Bakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Barakatah.
Yahya Matah, hands down. We're going to turn to the sisters. We're going to give a courteous salute to the sisters. Women Israel Madiam. Okay, Min Israel Madiam. Madiam Shabbat. Madiam. Barak. Yahweh Shema Allah Ta'ala Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Understand? Yahya Matah, hands down. Class Smith.
Excellent. Hey, TikTok, we made it through a damn TikTok. We ain't get smacked off of this joint.